Australia, a country that's as diverse as it is beautiful, from red outback around Uluru to the spectacular underwater scenery of the Great Barrier Reef and the white sand of the Whitsundays, to the pink lakes of Western Australia. In this video I want to show you what it's like to go on a road trip and living out of a camper van in Western Australia from Perth all the way up to Exmouth in 8 days. We spent our first day in Perth visiting Rottnest Island, which is famous for its little attractions, the Quokkas, but also offers some beautiful bays to relax and hang out. You get there by ferry and it takes about 25 minutes if you depart from Fremantle. Rottnest Island is quite little. You can explore the island either by bus or even rent a bike. The next day we picked up our Toyota Land Cruiser, and I gotta say, what a car! Exactly what we needed. Kitchen, fridge, shower, pop-up roof to make room for sleeping, just everything we needed. We then started the adventure and headed up north towards the Pinnacles Desert. A lot of rock formations. It looked pretty cool. Yeah. Short little drive by car you can do. Let's see, like we just started to drive and walked up this viewpoint, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. Let's see what this place got for us. Luckily you can drive it by car because now in January it's hella hot. About 40 degrees here, so it's crazy how hot it gets here, as it is kind of a desert. We'll now get to the beach and refresh ourselves, and then drive up to Kalbarri. We ended our first day at the camping ground in Geraldton, which is about 4.5 hours north of Perth. On day 3, we headed out not as early as we planned, as it was our first night and we had to get used to the van life after all. Our next stop was the Hut Lagoon. Pink Lake, ladies and gents! Our camping ground for the night was in Kalbarri, which was another 30-minute drive from the Hut Lagoon.
Kangaroos! Look at that!
Unfortunately, we were forced to skip Kalbarri National Park due to a heat wave, which made it just impossible to hike there. This drone shot is all I got. So we could save some time and had slight change of plans as we headed towards Denham next. On our way we stopped by at the Hamelin Pool.
So we now arrived at the Hamelin Pool, and it's freaking insanely hot. 50 degrees. First things first, in the morning we wanted to witness the dolphin feeding at the Monkey Maya resort, so we headed out early to be there at 7:30 in the morning, as the feeding takes place anywhere between 7:45 and 12 p.m. After that, we made a quick stop at the little lagoon, which looks quite impressive from above. Next up was Shell Beach, which is a beach that literally consists of shells. We didn't really spend much time there, as we had a 5.5 hours drive ahead to get to a camping ground at Coral Bay. We spotted an emu on the street, but it went off-road. There it goes. Bye-bye. What is up, guys? Day 4 of our Western Australian trip. We are currently in Coral Bay and I'm sitting here in our camper van. This is our pop-up roof, which you set up by popping it up, and that makes our sleeping place basically. Yeah, I did not really vlog much today, apart from some drone shots at the beach, because we mainly spent the day at the beach, recharged our batteries because we had long drives to come here, and yeah, we just took a day off and relaxed, which was pretty cool. Tomorrow is a snorkel tour at the Ningaloo Reef. We're really looking forward for that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Unfortunately, mid of January is not the best time for snorkeling at the Ningaloo Reef, as it can get quite windy and therefore the ocean a bit hazy, like it was in our case, which made the experience not as fun. But we did see 2 manta rays, turtles and a couple of reef sharks. The snorkeling tour got us back at around 2 p.m, so we had enough time and headed to our final destination, Exmouth. The next day we visited Cape Range National Park. Nadine is getting us lunch ready here up at Thomas Carter Lookout Point, because we haven't had even breakfast today, and that's why she's preparing now some food. But people, I gotta say, this is one of the sickest views I've had here in Australia, and yeah, it's just impressive as hell, because no one's here, we're the only ones here, and wow, look at that. That's just insanely beautiful. And we're alone up here, so we've got all the time to enjoy those views. Say hello. The rest of the day we explored some beaches in Exmouth, and we were literally always alone.
That same day we also watched the sunset on the beach and waited for the turtles as it was nesting season. Usually November to March is turtle nesting season in Exmouth. If you are in Exmouth around February, you might have a chance to see the baby turtles hatch. Even though we waited for 2 hours, we gotta say it was so worth the wait. Day 7 and 8 we headed back to Kalbarri and from there on back to Perth. And that was pretty much it. Traveling in 8 days from Perth all the way up to Exmouth. I hope this video was helpful to you for your next trip to Australia. I will link you part 2 of our Western Australia trip down in the description, where we travel from Perth to Esperance. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one. Peace!